Howdy, folks, and welcome back to my Star Wars: The Old Republic tips and tricks section. And today we're talking about the Dark versus Light event and the awesome stuff about it, and also the horrible, negative, soul-crushing parts about it. Guys, there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. There's two extremes to this event. There's really cool rewards and soul-crushing grinding. Okay, so let me explain. So first off, this event works by tiers. There's several different tiers. They're listed here on the SWTOR blog. You've got the heroic level, the legacy level, the valiant level, the champion level, the eternal level, and the legendary level. Don't worry about remembering all of this. We're going to be talking about each particular level and some of the platforms and pitfalls. So first off, what they want to get you excited about is the rewards. And a lot of these are wrapped up in what's called the Force-bound Dark versus Light packs. And these are best of packs. They have really great stuff. You can see it here on this list. Some highlights are like the Satil Shan's armor set, which is almost impossible to ever get. The Revan Reborn's armor set. If you don't have these already, then this is something to kind of be excited about. That this is something that you could get that whole set from these packs. Okay. However, just like cartel packs, the items that you get in the Force-bound Dark versus Light packs are randomized. Okay, so you have the potential of earning them, but you don't necessarily have the guarantee you will get them for all your grinding. Okay, so kind of keep that in mind in the back of your brain before you get super duper excited about it, that you may be doing all this work and you still might not end up with the item that you want. Your chances are way better than they are with cartel packs, and thankfully you don't have to invest any money into it, but you are going to have to invest a hell of a lot of time in a lot of the grinding. More on that in a minute. Also, you can see down here that there's two new weapon tunings, a really decent looking light side one and a very cool looking dark side one in my opinion. I'm not really a big fan of the pulse, but I do like that kind of hazy, misty, dark side force smoke. Also, there's a new armor set that's going to be given out, which is the Victorious Pioneers armor set. And at different legacy levels, or excuse me, at different levels of the event, you'll get different pieces of it. So legacy level gives you the helm and the chest. The valiant level gives you the belt and the bracer, and at the champion level you get the gloves and the boots. All told, all together you get 50% bonus experience. It's a moddable set. It can be won at level 1, and it's bound to legacy. As far as I know, though, you still will have to replace the mods that are in that particular legacy set. So if you're a guy like me who has 50 legacy sets lying around, all with different tiers of armor in it, so I have like a level 7 legacy bound set. I have a level 12 legacy bound set, and I basically go up in levels of 8 after that: 12, 20, 28, 30, 6, etc., all the way up to the experience. Then this is kind of cool, but then it's also kind of a pain in the butt, because a set like this means you have to continuously be making new mods and putting them into that legacy gear, unless you can get multiple versions of the set, which would be amazing. That would be really cool. But anyway, guys, the grinding that it takes to get this is quite high. Also, there's a potential of one of two new companions. We've got Darth Hexid and Master Ranos, and also, like I said, you'll be getting those packs throughout each different level. So the heroic level you get 5, legacy level you get 10, valiant level you get 10, champion level 15, eternal level 15, and legendary 30. All right. So there's also some armor sets that you can earn while you're going through it. The Victorious Pioneers, the Titans armor set. Anyway, so and also some titles. If you're into titles, that's kind of cool. Let's talk about each different level. Okay, so again, here they are listed for you: heroic, legacy, valiant, champion, eternal. All right, so heroic. All right, the heroic is actually the simplest of the ones. You just got to take a character up to level 25. Not too tough. Okay, that's the only real requirement. That one makes it pretty easy. You can do 25 in a couple hours, no problem. Okay, one experience buff and knowing what you're doing, and you're set to go. The legacy level, that one starts adding in a little bit more. You do have to get a character up to level 50. Okay, and you also have to do these particular flashpoints. All right. I would also recommend, if you're leveling a character up to 50, you might as well just do all the flashpoints you possibly can, because that is a requirement for one of the later tiers. But for the legacy tier of this, you just need to do S-List, Terrell 5, and Maelstrom Prison. So that's the very first flashpoint you have access to, and then the Revan. Sorry guys, spoilers. The Revan storyline flashpoints. And then as the Empire, it's the same idea. The Black Talon, which is the first one, and then the two Revan-based flashpoints. Okay. And then the rest of this part of the blog post just really explains how to do Group Finder in case a player didn't already know. The Valiant level set, okay, or excuse me, the Valiant tier. First off, you got to complete the Revan expansion. All right. You also have to be level 55 to do that. That's really not so bad. That is basically Rishi, Yavin 4, and the Prelude to Revan storyline. You're basically going to end up doing those anyway if you're leveling a character up to 65. So, that one happens fairly naturally. Also, you do have to complete the Home Sweet Home achievement, which is just doing the gaining a home quest. Super cheap, super easy. No real, we already pretty much do that anyway at level 10 or so. So, guys, don't worry about that too much. I do think, though, if you're a first-time player, you do have to be a certain level, at least level 10 to access it. So just kind of be aware of that. This level here is not too tough. The champion level guide, all right, this one is doing the new expansion, Knights of the Fallen Empire, okay? Also, you got to finish up building alliances, which basically means you just do to find a findsman, okay? Not too bad. But you do also need to do all of these said flashpoints to get Flashpoint Expert for this tier. So before you can get that last few pieces of the armor set, you're going to have to do all of these flashpoints. Not too bad, especially if you're looking to level up in a hurry. Do Group Finder, jump in there with whatever gear you have, do it as a tactical, get some great rewards. Really no reason not to do it if you have to grind out these levels anyway. Okay, so just kind of be aware of that. All right, and then lastly, there is a Valor attachment to this, guys. I don't like PvP. So for me, this one's especially irksome because I don't like having to do certain things in this game because they're considered mandatory. Valor is one of them. I will just to grind out enough to do this event, but it's not something that I'm deeply appreciative of. I like having options. One of the things I appreciate about things like Guild Wars 2 is that on their dailies, you have 4 or 5 different options on how you can complete it, For the Eternal level, this is where things kind of go over and above. So by this point, you'll have already earned up the 50% bonus Legacy Bound experience set. You'll have earned up a bunch of the Light Side versus Dark Side cartel packs. If you've already gotten everything you're looking for out of the event rewards for this, I would say this is a good point to stop. But if not, then you're going to have to go after these. So the Eternal tier objectives, the Republic icon, what you are going to have to do, you're going to have to get to 65. Not too bad, okay? Same thing with Imperial. And Eternal Contender, you're going to have to do the Eternal Championship and at least get to, I believe it is Eternal Champion SWTOR. Excuse me. You'll have to face off against Vindicator Lanos, okay? Not really that bad. Okay, you're probably going to end up going to 65 anyway, just doing the requirements for the champion level. Okay, but again, that's Imperial and Republic. So be aware. There's 2 different factions you're dealing with here, guys. Okay, I'm not certain if you have to do both in order to get to that tier, or if you only have to do one or the other at that tier. Okay, so kind of keep that in mind. For Legendary. Okay, man, this is where things really get ridiculous. Okay, there's a lot to do in this, and a lot of these deal with raids. So, doing every different quest, or excuse me, world event. So that's the Gree event. That is the bounty hunting event. That is the Rakul event. All of those. Plus for the Giant Killer, Dragon Slayer. These are going into certain flashpoints. Okay. Not flashpoints, excuse me. Giant Killers for the world bosses, and Dragon Slayer is for raid bosses. Okay, and that has to be done probably through story mode. Really good reward and gear events there, but for guys like us who've already done it a million times, that just kind of is irksome. Eternal Champion, you got to get through all 10 rounds of the Eternal Championship. Flashpoint Master, you've got to complete all of these different flashpoints, which hopefully you finished up most of them, but this time you got to do it in hard mode. Okay, so you're gonna need a group for that. Also, Ace Starfighter, yep, you got to jump into Starfighter. Warzone Veteran, yep, you got to jump into PvP. Manhunter, that's the bounty hunter event. Zeost, you just, I think, have to do the Zeost side quests on Zeost. You might end up doing that anyway if you're already doing the Prelude to Revan and such. Crafting Virtuoso, this is the one that really kicks my butt, guys. You've got to level up and get to 550 in all of these different crafting skills. That one really bothers me. Only because I already have all of those done, and I don't really want to have to do them all again just to earn up that tier. Okay, so again, a big advantage if you're a first-time player coming into the game and are looking to do this anyway, which I would recommend to players who are coming in. I would recommend getting all the crafting done anyway. Well, then this event is really going to help you along. You level up your first character, do your first crafting skill, get the 50% experience buff, armor set, and pass that along to every other tune that you're making. Do all 8, get all crafts. To people like me who've already done it, God, that's a pain in the butt, and what a resource waste. That one is really just painful, guys. Anyway, you guys can also check out the website and look at the rest of these. I'm not going to spend too much time on all of it, but let's talk about the rewards. All right, for the heroic level awards, you get the 5 cartel packs, the title for heroic victor, and yeah, that one's pretty simple. For the legacy set, you're going to get a pet, which is ugly as sin. You're going to get more parts of that that armor set we were talking about, 10 packs, and a title. Woo, the Destined Victor. For the Valiant, whoops, I didn't quite set this up right, guys. Please forgive me for this. All right, for the Valiant level rewards, you're going to get this mount, which looks okay. It's not terrible. More packs, more parts of the set, and a new title, the Valiant Victor. Then, for the champion level, maybe I already have it here. Here we go, champion level. The Trailblazer armor set. Bum, 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 bum. You're also going to finish off the Victorious Pioneer. You're going to get 15 cartel packs and the in-game title. Okay. Ba, 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 ba. Next up is the Eternal level rewards. One of the 2 companions. Okay. I'm not sure if this is them pictured. I have no idea. I think I already had some comments come in about the Chiss Jedi. What? But I think it's literally just because it's blue and red. All right. I don't know if that's the auto look that character will have. I think that's pretty cool looking, to be honest. Cool sabers for both characters, cool armor, cool looks. But yeah, I think a little hokey to just be a blue character and a red character to represent light and dark. You'll also get some more packs, and you'll get the title of the Eternal Victor. And then last but not least, Legendary. Semi-cool looking mount. Kind of looks like a round tank. 30 packs. Okay, so again, each one of these that goes up 10, 15, 15, eventually up to 30, the better the chances of you getting the Satil Shan armor set, the Revan Reborn set, and the sabers that you're looking for. But you have to complete a pretty extreme amount of challenges here. All right, so guys, let's summarize what this event is really about. This event is BioWare's way of rehashing 5 years worth of content for some pretty cool rewards, but for players, if you are returning and you are a long-time vet of this game, this event is probably just going to piss you off. I know I feel very strongly in that direction because I've already done all this stuff. If they had made it retro so that all the things I've already done had counted towards this event, I'd be much happier because I've already done all this stuff. Going off and doing it all again, and possibly for the legendary level, freaking 6 or 7 more times, it's like a punch to the gut. Now, on the flip side, if you're a newer player, this is a great event for you. A really great event. You're going to tackle every layer of content out there. You're rewarded for doing every single bit of it. And plus, that 50% legacy level set, especially if you do this a few times, and if it's possible to earn up a few versions of that, then potentially this is a great foundational event for you to get started on. For long-term returning players, it's basically a massive headache and kind of I don't want to say it's BioWare's way of flipping us off, but it really hurts. So, guys, that's all I've got for this video. Again, this is the light and dark side event that's coming up. This is going to last for quite a while because of all the different objectives going through it. The keys here are you've got to start up a level 1 event character to do it, guys. You can't be doing this with your old character contents that are already made. So, we're all got to suck it up. Guys, nothing is retroactive. So, everything's fresh. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you do, please like and subscribe. And I will see you guys next time.